Starting with the Bryce Fire. This one is burning about 3 miles west of the town of Pima in Graham County. The Bryce Fire has burned more than 3,100 acres and is 29% contained. The Arizona Department of Forestry and Fire Management says that almost 300 fire personnel have been assigned to fight this. It is human-caused. The Bryce Fire started on May 7th, and crews had it as much as 80% contained before these high winds kicked in to help it blow up again. The Department of Forestry says multiple power lines and gas lines have been damaged, but no structures, thankfully, have been destroyed.
All right, now let's head over to the Coyote Fire, which is burning about 4 miles northeast of Springerville in Apache County. According to the Arizona Department of Forestry and Fire Management, the Coyote Fire has burned almost 1,300 acres and is now 25% contained. This fire was sparked on Sunday by a structure fire that later spread to the wildland. The Department of Forestry is saying that crews are on the mop-up duty right now and patrolling the edges of the fire as it continues to smolder. There's no word on if any structures have been destroyed by the Coyote Fire.
Well, now we want to get back to meteorologist Lindsay Riley. And of course, Lindsay, the weather always plays a huge role in these wildfires and whether firefighters can get the upper hand or not. But in this case, the winds are so fierce up there that they can't even fly these planes that drop the fire retardant and water.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like we may get a window for those planes to go up and fight the fire because the winds are going to remain very brisk tonight and all day tomorrow. Still looking at those 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts through the overnight and all day on Wednesday. Here's the current wind gusts right now. And as you can see, windiest part of the state from Flagstaff to Winslow, Window Rock down through Greer. We're in the 38 to 41 mile per hour wind gust range. Those winds not going to die down after sunset tonight. Here's a look at those fire lines up in Eager near the Coyote Fire. Notice the winds will remain sustained anywhere from about 25 to 35 miles per hour. And then, of course, we're seeing higher gusts. And then skies clear, relative humidity is extremely low through the overnight. And then down in Graham County near the Bryce Fire, temperatures a little bit warmer there, but not as hot as what we would see with a fire near Phoenix. So we're in the 70s through the overnight. Winds not as bad around Graham County there, but again, we are expecting breezy conditions, some gusty winds from time to time. Much of Arizona is in a critical fire danger from Flagstaff to Show Low, the White Mountains, and all of southeastern Arizona for the rest of today. Those gusts, here's a look at 11 o'clock tonight. It is still brisk. Early tomorrow morning, windy conditions. You can see the purples and reds for eastern Arizona. That's where it's going to be the windiest across the state. And then finally, by the time we get toward Thursday, these winds will start to die down. So that should help firefighting efforts later in the week. But here's a look at our current drought. Anywhere in red, that is an extreme drought. That also includes places like the White Mountains and down near Graham County, Safford, Phoenix. So we've been extremely dry. A lot of our state needs anywhere from 6 to 11 inches of rainfall just to get us out of the drought. And unfortunately, we don't have much of any rain in the forecast. Maybe a sprinkle early next week, but no major rainfall. So the drought could worsen over the next couple of months, but we will continue to monitor those fire conditions up in the high country over the next few hours. Mark and Caribe.
All right, Linz, thanks. And as these fires continue to burn, we wanted to let you know Stage 2 fire restrictions are now in effect for southeastern Arizona. What does it mean? It means no campfires, no outside smoking, no target shooting, and no fireworks.
You're also not allowed to use any kind of charcoal, coal, or elevated grill, including on campgrounds. Liquid or gas stoves are okay. Now, these rules apply on state, federal, and some tribal lands within Cochise, Graham, Greenlee, Pima, Pinal, and Santa Cruz counties.